Hello, people. Our Lady of Perpetual Help. This is your pastor with this week's installment of Flock Notes. And so this coming weekend, we have some various events happening. One of the great events that's happening is our gala, Our Lady of Perpetual Help Gala, and this helps fund some of the much needed maintenance projects that we are doing here at the parish. And it's also a good night regardless of what it may or may not fund. It's a good night to get everybody together, to have a good time, to share a meal, and then after the meal, to dance to the music. And so it's a good time for us to come together as a parish, as people of the parish, to come celebrate and have a good time. Because the reason why we do this time of year is because coming up on Thursday of the upcoming week is the actual feast day of Our Lady of Perpetual Help. And so we try to center our gala around the feast day so that we not only have the feast day for Our Lady and support our parish, but also we have fun with one another as parishioners. And there's a lot of people who have come together the last couple of months and have made this night come together so that we can all have fun. And so for those, our tickets are sold out for that. Thank you for that. And so for those people who will be coming to the gala, I hope you all come, have a great time, and we'll also have a silent auction there, and other ways with some wonderful things, other ways in which we can not only support our parish, but we can enjoy one another's company as well. That being said, enjoying one another's company this coming weekend, after the 7 a.m., 9 a.m. masses on Sunday, we will be having coffee and donuts, and our Holy Hearts Homeschool will be there hosting the coffee and donuts. And so you can come after Mass and share time with one another, and we can each maybe, I don't know if we want to, there'll be much donut sharing going on, but we share our time with one another as we have a donut. And so also then coming up in the next little while, I have my bulletin right in front of me just so I don't get my dates wrong. And so on the 12th of July is Catholic Night at the Padre game. We have about a dozen tickets left, but they're going quick. So if you want to participate in that, there'll be a group of us here from Our Lady of Perpetual Help going. There will also be Catholics from around the diocese. Some people you may know from other parishes who might be sitting somewhere near us. You can give a wave to them, and we come together not only as a sign of united as one body of Christ, but also we come together to root on our Padres. We hope they bring home a win that night. And I think it'll be a good game because they're playing the Braves. And so if you haven't got your ticket yet, like I said, we have about a dozen left. You can get them at the office. And so, as I always say, pay attention to the ads that are right below me. Keep your eyes and ears open to the bulletin and to the announcements at Mass so that we can hear what's going on here for us as a parish at OPH, and we can plug into what's going on around. And with that, I want to talk a little bit about the readings that we're going to hear this weekend. We're going to hear from the Gospel of Mark this weekend. And the story we hear from the Gospel of Mark is one that we're probably somewhat familiar with. It's a story that we hear the Jesus calming the seas. And so as we hear that, I want to point out to you just one of the lines or one of the parts of this gospel that you will be hearing. And so we hear, "On that day, as evening drew on, Jesus said to his disciples, 'Let us cross to the other side.' Leaving the crowd, they took Jesus and went with them in the boat, just as he was." Now I'll paraphrase the next portion. The seas got rough, the storm hit, And the disciples got scared. And Jesus was napping. And so they woke Jesus up. And he walked out and he said to the wind, "Quiet, be still." And then he asked the disciples, or the apostles that were there, "Why were you worried? Why were you worried through all this? We know that Jesus is in command." And I think in reading this, it's a metaphor for all of our lives. And so that we all have turmoil in our lives at times. There are things that are uneasy. Where do we put our faith? Do we lose our faith in God? Or do we only put our faith in ourselves? Or do we try to fix these situations just by ourselves without asking God where we should turn? And so I think that's the point of when we hear this gospel. What is it? Where do we turn in our times of struggle, in our times of turmoil? Do we run and hide? Do we only look to our own devices? Or do we look to God? And so with that, I hope you all have had a great week. And I hope to see you all at Mass this Sunday.